Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
Xiozan's dark times are heartbreaking, and Yu Menglong's being blacklisted resonates. Xiozan's rise from stardom to widespread online denial, silently enduring the storm, reveals the cruel rules of survival in the entertainment industry. Xiozan, you must live well. This joking confession conceals so much unknown loneliness and resilience. His passing is truly heartbreaking. To be honest, I already felt a vague sense of unease when I saw the news a few days ago. But when the moment finally arrived, my heart still clenched. Speaking of Yu Menglong's story, many people may suddenly realize he had actually been blacklisted for several years. 3 years. 3 years in the entertainment industry is enough time for a name to completely disappear from people's memory. Most heartbreakingly, during this period, almost no one spoke up for him, no one advocated for him, as if all the light had been obscured by a thick curtain. Only then did I realize that those once dazzling stage lights could one day suddenly go out, plunging us into endless darkness. You and I thought he was just a step behind, but little did we know he was struggling tooth and nail. That helpless silence felt like a silent punishment, chilling to the bone. It was like a close friend suddenly losing touch, leaving without a word, leaving you with a hollow heart. Such familiar faces vanished from the bustling screen, no one questioning them, no one caring. Ultimately, as the veil of the entertainment industry peels back layer by layer, we gradually see, behind the so-called glamour lies so much hidden heartache and suffering. Some are propelled to the top, enjoying the applause of the crowd, others slowly wither in silence, unable even to say goodbye. Who could forget Xiozan's dark days? Speaking of this, I can't help but think of another male star, Xiozan. You know, he was also an overnight superstar, incredibly popular back then. Almost everyone in China knew him, his handsome face, perfect bone structure, and a model-like physique. For a few years, Xiozan was synonymous with top star. His resources were exploding, with endorsements, variety shows, and film and television dramas all flowing. Any small gesture could set the internet ablaze. However, no one could have predicted the storm that would hit him less than a year after his meteoric rise. It was truly a storm. The cause, absurd as it may seem, he was accidentally featured in a piece of fanfiction. Unwilling to accept this, fans complained about the article, sparking a massive uproar. What began as a minor internal conflict within the fan community was magnified into a nationwide online crusade and frenzy. In just a few days, the phrase top star went from a halo to a yoke. Xiozan's name was thrust into the forefront, a target of widespread criticism. Advertisers withdrew their funding, partners cut ties, and social media was ablaze with abuse. He was thrown into a relentless vortex, torn apart by public opinion, with no room for retaliation. Most cruelly, he barely said a word. The outside world only saw him silently, enduring the pain of his fall from heaven to hell. It felt so lonely, as if the entire world had turned its back on you, leaving you groping in the darkness. He was accused of whistleblowing himself. Overnight, his name became the target of widespread attack, with negative trending searches appearing one after another with alarming frequency. Over 20 trending searches simultaneously, all filled with malice and ridicule directed at him. The scene felt like a premeditated purge. Even more outrageous, some people even scribbled his name all over the university walls, as if to nail him to the pillar of shame. The scene was so absurd it was unbelievable, yet it happened all too real. The moment anyone tried to speak up for him, even a casual remark like he's innocent, it was like a powder keg set off, a barrage of abuse, and whoever spoke out suffered. Consequently, more people chose silence. Silence became acquiescence, and acquiescence became apathy. The attacks were like a flood, penetrating every corner and spreading unchecked. There was no retreat, no breathing space. That suffocating feeling wasn't felt by him alone, even bystanders felt a surge of panic. It was as if the entire internet was firing on him, keyboards becoming weapons, words becoming bullets. The online world was a vast battlefield, and those who were weak were trampled in the mud. Fans act, idols pay the price. Who first coined the phrase? No one can say for sure. But from that moment on, it became a cold, iron rule, pinning him to the forefront of public opinion. Let me tell you, from that moment on, the saying fans act, idols pay the price was like a curse, firmly hanging over Xiozan. Honestly, everyone knows there's nothing wrong with fans going to great lengths to protect their idols, but the unbridled frenzy of their actions has deliberately directed the blame at the idols themselves. As someone once said, Whenever something happens to a fan, the idol takes the blame. This logic sounds absurd, but in the entertainment industry, it's become an iron rule. It was Xiozan who practically became the scapegoat. It wasn't his doing, and he hadn't said a word, yet he was thrust into the spotlight, subjected to all the wrath and condemnation. Many were baffled. Why did the entertainment industry's capital, seemingly in cahoots, orchestrate this silent suppression? Was it to punish the uncontrollable behavior of top stars? Or was it a warning to those coming up short to avoid being too dazzling? It wasn't until Yu Menglong's story broke that everyone finally understood. It turns out that sometimes it's not that you're not good enough, but that you're too stubborn. Being too stubborn, unwilling to bend, unwilling to go with the flow, leads to being quietly hidden, confined to darkness, where time erodes all possibility. What would have happened if he hadn't been so popular? No one dared to imagine. In other words, if he weren't so popular, without so many fans desperately defending him, without so many bystanders silently supporting him, wouldn't he have been suppressed to the point of disappearing without a trace? The mere thought of it is heartbreaking. Behind the seemingly dazzling glitter of the entertainment industry lies a chilling truth. Sometimes, fame isn't a blessing, but a curse. At the time, everyone laughed, thinking he was just joking, trying to lighten the tense atmosphere with a light-hearted remark. But looking back now, those words clearly reflect his innermost feelings. Who can truly understand that loneliness, that helplessness? Perhaps only those who have experienced the constant barrage of abuse and the siege of adversaries understand the weight of the words "live well." We often say, celebrities are amazing, rich, famous, and glamorous, but deep down, we know they're still human. When faced with malicious intent, they too feel sad, embarrassed, and cry silently in the middle of the night. Yet, the next day, they muster the energy to face the cameras and pretend everything is fine. It's precisely this that evokes both heartache and admiration. It's an invisible resilience, a dedication that climbs step by step from the bottom of the valley. I hope he will continue to shine, no longer eroded by shadows or swallowed by storms. May his light not be a stubborn axe forced by fate, but a light born from the inner peace and freedom. After all, true starlight can never be obscured. We all know the hardships Xiozan has endured, the immense pressure he endured, the countless dark times he endured. I hope he can cast those shadows aside, no longer haunted by the storms of the past. God knows, people like him are truly rare. Fate repeatedly tripped him up, yet he persevered. He could have given up, yet he proved his worth through his actions. The rules of the entertainment industry are cruel, and behind the halo lies loneliness, suffering, and constant testing. I hope his future will be easier, that he won't have to trade loneliness for strength. We all hope he can shine forever, like the brightest star in the sky, piercing through layers of darkness. I wish him a bright future. After all, no matter how far a person goes, they need someone by their side. He's weathered every ups and downs along the way, and I sincerely hope the road ahead will be easier. I sincerely hope that his path will grow wider and brighter, free from those shadowy shadows, freeing him from the loneliness of the world. After all, we all believe that light will always arrive, just as spring, even after the coldest winter, will eventually bring flowers blooming and birds singing. May he overcome all hardships, and finally embrace the brilliance and freedom that truly belong to him. I wish him a bright future.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.